Hello, everyone! I figured that if we were playing Atari 2600 games, we might as well play what was probably my favorite game from the system, Tutankham. This is a game where we are a man with a hat. So you can see him on the side, you can clearly see the hat. We're a guy who has come to King Tut's tomb to steal it of its treasures. So let's get started. This is King Tut's tomb we're in right now. And there are animals living here in the tomb that are trying to kill us. Each level works kind of the same way. We have to get that key, which is right above us. That. The key lets us open a locked door at the end of the level. That allows us to move on to the next. We can shoot sideways, but not up and down. And that's kind of the challenge of the game, to maneuver monsters into positions where we can shoot them, and to prevent ourselves from getting caught in positions where we can. That's a scorpion. That thing, that monster up there. You can tell because of the curved tail, and that's a snake. Top of the line graphics. I mean, it's a good thing on an Atari 2600 game when you can recognize what the thing is that you're looking at. And then, like I said, this was my favorite game back then. I don't know. I played it all the time. I don't know what that thing is. That's a crown down there. So you can tell it's a crown. It's got a little cross on it. Those Atari 2600 high-definition graphics. It occurs to me that there's a lot of flickering in this game, though. So I imagine when I watch the video, that's going to result in just characters disappearing. So I don't know how good this is going to look, actually. Oh, there's so many monsters. That's the locked door down there. I got the map. Couldn't you tell? It said map on it. Oh no, turtles! And that's a jackal. I don't know why I remember that. It doesn't say in the game anywhere what they are. It says in the manual, but I don't know how long it was since I've read that. There are 4 levels in the game. And they get progressively harder. Okay, yeah. I was waiting for something to come out before I got that key. That purple one's the condor. That's the fast enemy of the level. Alright. Of course, the enemy we want here is the turtle, because it's the slowest one. So up in the upper left are the number of lives I have, 3. In the upper right are flash grenades. If I use one, it'll kill everything on the screen, which sounds like it would be really useful, but I have to save them for the last level. And you'll see why. That right there is a bust. I don't know whose head it is of. Maybe it's King Tut's. It's mine now. Nothing a turtle can do about that. Or a jackal. Or that condor. Oh, hold on. Oh, I got caught by a jackal. And that's not good, losing a life here in level 2. Because I'm going to need these. That was a vase. Alright, level 3 out of 4. Going further down into the depths of King Tut's tomb. Oh no, lions! And that's a moth. It's a giant moth. I don't know why it can kill us. That appears to be a fork above us, a green fork. I'm sure the fork is made out of precious jade. The priceless jade fork of King Tut, which he was buried with, so he could eat the buffets that he would encounter in the afterlife, no doubt. And there's the blue apostrophe of King Tut. I'll take that. You don't have to get all the treasures. I mean, it's just points, but there's really no point in playing the game if you're not trying to do that. This is one of the harder parts of the game, I thought, because you have to get in that little passage there. There's an invisible monster generator. Right. And a vertical area where we have to go up to get that key and then down before a monster generates. We could use a flash grenade, but I need to save those. Okay. Alright, this part's one of the more frustrating parts, because there's a monster generator directly below this passage. This is not good. Again, could use a flash grenade, but I really need these for the last level. Basically, I got caught on the controls. Basically, the levels get harder and harder by presenting you with more vertical corridors. And my time limit's almost up. I won't die at the end of the time limit, but I think that's ammo. I think if that runs out, I can't shoot my gun anymore. Yeah, I can't shoot my gun. And I died. But I'm not letting that discourage me. I'm gonna plumb King Tut's tombs of all of its treasures. Because I don't know if you know, but this is an accurate representation of the actual discovery of King Tut's tomb. It was filled with monster generators. And the explorers could only shoot sideways. It was a sad situation. They were lucky to bring their light grenades with them. This game was made by Parker Brothers, who actually made games back then. It's an adaptation, let's say, of a Konami arcade game. Yeah, a Konami game. This is like, what, 1983, 1984, something like that? This game not especially well liked, I think, because it's not considered to be anywhere as good as the original arcade game. And this is a lot different from the arcade game because, like is the case with most Atari 2600 ports, the system could not actually handle anything resembling the original game. So the port looked and played completely different. I like this more. I think this is better than the original game. Oh no. Yeah, I felt that was going to happen. I don't know, I still think it's fun. Something addictive about it. Sometimes you do get in those situations where the monster generators just keep pumping them out. I don't really know what determines that. What kind of algorithm's used, or what kind of random number generation. Alright, on the third level. We are gonna do this. Out of the way, lion. What do the lions eat in King Tut's tomb? We are deep underground, and the only other things around here are snakes and moths. How are lions even surviving? Alright. Good. Made that. Alright, let's see if we can do it this time. Got all our lives. Actually, no. Did I die? Yeah, apparently so. Oh, hold on. I missed my opportunity. I was looking at my lives counter. You're supposed to use a light grenade here. But, yep, if you're just patient, you can do it. Let's get that menorah, celebrate the Festival of Lights, and then we're out of here. That was a cat head. And here we are in the fourth and deepest level of King Tut's tomb, where everything was blue. And some kind of green thing that turns into X's and O's is here. And a swastika. Oh no, swastika. Swastika's the worst. He's the most feared enemy in this game. He's fast, and the corridors in this level are very tight, so it's difficult to avoid him. Now, this is a little tricky. It may look like I can go down, around, and up to get that key, but I can't because the passageway is too narrow on the right side. I have to use this little warp right here, but the swastika's right there, so I have to use a flash grenade. I don't think it's actually possible to get the key without using one. So this is one of the places I had to save it for. Okay, that's how that works. And monkeys. There are monkeys here, in the depths of the tomb. Gotta get that key. I don't have to get the ring, but I want to get all the treasures. I want to be an explorer. Let's get that Ankh. More swastikas. They're really fast. I don't think they're faster or their behavior is different from other fast enemies in the game, but just the level design makes them more dangerous. Alright, there's a treasure right above that swastika. We're going to go through the warp and use a light grenade. That's the second place I needed it. The third place should be... yeah, right here. Actually, maybe not. Yeah, I was able to use that. Okay, here. Yeah. Use the light grenade, get the last treasure, and there's the final door. Yeah. I got the death mask of King Tut. Or Tutankham. I don't know why they call him Tutankham. Maybe they wouldn't have been able to trademark Tutankhamun. That's the only thing I can think of. This game seemed a lot harder when I was a little kid. Well, it was my favorite Atari 2600 game, and it still is. I still think it's pretty fun to play. I don't think many games from that era hold up, but I do still like this one. There's something appealing about it. But I just wanted to play that one since we played E.T., which, like I said, I liked playing it at the time, but I never thought it was really a great game or anything. But this one I did think was a great game. This was, for me, the best game on the system. That's Tutankham. Wait a second, hold on. I was talking about the Tutankham manual before. I just got to thinking, just started looking around, and found a website that has scans of the manual. It's Atari Age. I haven't been here before, but they have the whole manual. So let's just take a look at this and see what the manual had to say about the story and what was going on in Tutankham. Because these 2600 manuals usually did try to fill in the gaps of what you were actually doing in the game, since what you were seeing in the games could really be anything. Let's see. Yep, King Tut's tomb. Ah, your gun is a laser gun. I don't know why they felt the need to specify that. You could just be some, explorer, some grave robber. No, you have future weapons. All right, let's see what it says about gameplay. Okay, creatures' nests. That's what it calls the monster generator. Talks about the grenades. They call it the laser flash. So those grenades we were using were actually lasers themselves. Yeah. Alright, and it says here, if you complete level 4, you just go back to level 1. Like with every Atari 2600 game. Ah, okay. Here's some more descriptions. Okay, so it tells us the names of the monsters. The snakes were royal cobra snakes, spirits of the goddess Wajet. They don't really need to specify this, but I'm glad they did. Desert scorpions, right? I remembered that they were scorpions. Giant bats. I didn't remember what those were, but they are giant bats. They're giant because they've been locked inside the tomb for generations. And it gives us the names of the treasures we were finding. Silver crown of Ramses II, the royal ring, worn by pharaohs, ruby, just a ruby, not even an ancient ruby, it's dropped by a previous explorer. That seems kind of worthless. That's not what we're here for. We're here for ancient treasures, like the gold chalice used by Thutmose III. Okay, the gold crown and the map. Behind the unlocked door lies the map that shows the way through Chamber 2. Not really a treasure in itself. In Chamber 2, we found the turtles. Made a home inside the tomb when the Nile River overflowed in the 10th century. I just like that someone actually gave thought to that. Why are there turtles in the tomb? I should come up with a reason for that. Jackals, right? Blue condors. The gold crown, the ring, the emerald. Plunder from the battle at Kadesh during war with the Hittites. Goblet. But okay, the bust is the head of Amon-Ra. It looks like him. And the treasure, which looked like a vase, it says, used to carry sacred Nile water in coronation ceremonies. That doesn't seem as valuable as some of these other things. Can we load that next page up? There we go. Okay, Chamber 3. Okay, the snakes in Chamber 3, apparently different snakes. In level 1, they were royal cobras. Now they're desert snakes from a completely different goddess. Lion heads, spirits of Sekhmet. Oh, killer moths. This ancient species is gigantic and poisonous. Okay, that's why they can kill you, because they're poison. I'm glad they explained that. The green fork was the trident, belonging to Hapi, god of the Nile. The ring, the herb. Herb, that can't be good anymore. The diamond. Candelabra. And the main treasure was a statue of the cat goddess Bastet, goddess of joy, preventer of disease. Chamber 4. Oh, the green thing was a mutant virus, speaking of disease. It's been inbreeding for generations, so no human can survive their deadly potency. Monkeys. Oh, yes. They don't show a picture of the swastika. It's a mystery weapon, high-speed terror. Their invention is a secret known only to the ancient Egyptians. If you see it, can you name it? I like how they try to present some kind of intrigue to the fast enemy in the last level. And what could it be? It's not like it could have been many things. You can only have so many shapes on the Atari 2600. They don't even look like sprites. It looks like that the system is just drawing basic shapes. But I do kind of like that they just make that seem like mysterious and interesting. Ooh, what's the mystery weapon on the last level? It kind of implies it's so fast you might not even see it, so don't blink. The treasures are the neck ring, the amulet, the palm fan, the crystal, doesn't look like a crystal, the blue zircon, dagger. Yeah, the dagger we got very fast. We just kind of passed right through it on the way to the end. And the last door, death mask of Tutankham himself. It looks just like it. Anything else in here? Just a limited warranty. 180 days, I think that warranty might be up by now. Alright, tells you how many points each are worth, and how many treasures each are worth. Why is the candelabra worth only 5 points? That certainly wasn't the easiest one to get. The fan is 80, I can see that, because that was the one where we had to kind of go straight up past a monster generator. That was one of the ones that was impossible to get without a grenade. So I can see why that was worth the most. Let's see, how would I get my Tutankham cartridge repaired? Let's see, if my product malfunctions after the 180-day warranty period, may ship the product prepaid and enclosed with a check or money order for $8 to Parker Brothers. Parker Brothers will, at its option, subject to the conditions above, repair the product or replace it with new or repaired units subject to the availability of parts. I'm guessing no parts are available anymore. So if you send Parker Brothers a check for $8 and your broken Tutankham cartridge, they will refund it. So, that's Tutankham. I'm very happy that this manual was available, because I was just thinking, I remember what those monsters were called, and that must have been because they were called that in the manual, so I kind of want to see that manual again to see how well I remember that. And it seemed like I remembered it okay. And I just got a kick out of looking at this manual again. So anyway, I just wanted to show that. The manual for Tutankham from Parker Brothers. Thanks, Atari Age.